All right, this segment is called The Principles of Personal Security for week number 2 of The Art of Discussion. Principles of Personal Security. The idea is this: as insecurity goes up, the possibility of discussion with another individual goes down. That means that if I am an insecure individual, I am too busy with my own self projection, self expression, and my personal agenda. So maybe the starting point here is just me becoming a secure person in and of myself. If I am secure, I'm not going to be all that concerned about sounding stupid, making mistakes. I mean, that's always in the picture. I don't want to look stupid. Uh, but it's just not going to be controlling. It's not going to be troubling me a great deal. Prior to my retirement 4 years ago, I had been in pastoral ministry for 33 years. I spent 5 years in overseas assignments. And when I started out, when I was in my 20s, I believe, I read a book called Stress Management for Ministers by Charles Rossier. Early on in the book, maybe around page 30 or so, he discusses people who don't make it in ministry. There is one determinant that indicates whether or not a person is going to make ministry a short-term endeavor or a lifelong profession. And it is not their intelligence. It is not where they serve, be it in rural areas or urban areas or suburban areas. Had nothing to do with it. Sex has nothing to do with it. You can be a man or a woman. Education has nothing to do with it. You may have a THD or a Master's of Divinity or not. That's not the factor. Not a factor. Race isn't a factor. It could be black or white. Nationality, no, not a factor. Age, some people enter the ministry young, some enter it old. Doesn't really matter. It's not a factor. You can't tell if a person's going to be successful or not because of age. The one determinant that indicates whether or not a person is going to be able to withstand the ups and downs, the trials and the pressures of pastoral ministry is this: they know who they are. Simple as that. If a person is projecting a persona, if something is not genuine, they're not going to make it. They're secure in who they are. They know who they are. And I might also add, and the book doesn't get into this, but you need to be honest about who you are. It needs to be a virtuous who you are. You just can't be whatever you are and have it be some personality qualities that are just not going to result in being personally successful or socially successful. But it's just so important to know who you are. And so toward that end, I want to lay out 6 principles for personal security. And the idea being that if you are a secure individual, it's kind of like hitting a golf ball and having good footing, or getting the top off a jar and getting a good grip on it. You know, if you don't have good footing or good grip, you're just not going to be able to do it right. And discussion is not a matter of saying the right words. It's really a projection of who we are. And if we are a person with a degree of security, we're going to be more apt to be engaging with the people in our world. So principle number 1 is, I know who I am. I know who I am, and it is okay if you don't acknowledge who I am. I can't expect that. I need not convince you of something you will not receive. So it's not what I say, it's really who I am. So principle number 1 for security is, I think I know who I am. Number 2 is similar. I know what I'm not. I know what I'm not, and it's okay. I know what I haven't done. I know what I don't have. I know who I am not. And I am not jealous of you for what you are and what you have and what you're really good at. No, that's fine. Jealousy, coveting, competition, please life is much too short. Now, I know it's one thing to say it and it's another thing to do it. I would say I was well into my 50s before I could free myself from the comparison game, from people who just seem to be in a better position or having more success than me. I dropped it, but it took a while. It just didn't happen overnight. Principle number 3. You are a resource to me and not a threat. You are a resource to me and not a threat. Similar to my previous point, conversation needs to be free from comparison or coercion. If I sense you're trying to sell me something or trying to fit me into a box or to have me do something or be something that would be very nice on your chessboard, that's fine. I may not comply, but it's okay. It's okay. You're not a threat to me. You are a resource, always a resource. Number 4, which is related to number 3. Number 4 is my expectation of others is low. My friend may not be overly interested in me, and may be overly interested in their own self-expression. They're not as interested in me as I wish they were, so that's fine. And discussion may not happen. Well, sometimes it doesn't happen. But my expectation of others is low, which means it's going to be more difficult for me to be disappointed. Fifthly, I hold loosely to what I think, feel, and want. I hold loosely to what I think, feel, and want because I'm a changing individual, and I'm learning, and I'm open. And I realize that no life, including mine, is closed or locked or trapped. This frees me to defend positions because I'm free to lose. And what do I have to lose anyway, regarding words? Because it's not about me. It's not about me. And sixthly, I do not live for myself. If I live for myself, I may never have a good discussion with anyone ever. Because what do I care? What do I care about learning from another person or relating to another person if it's all about me getting justified, me getting affirmed, me being validated, me receiving the support I want? That would be just a dead end. Now, I am just a very small part in a very large world. People who live for themselves, I've seen it over and over again, and you have too. They don't make very, very good husbands. They don't become very good fathers. Whatever contributions they make tend to be short-term. They run their course. So there you have it, principles of personal security. I know who I am. I am fine with what I am not. You are a resource, not a threat. My expectation of others is low. I hold loosely to what I think, feel, and want, and I do not live for myself. Hopefully that helps. All to be continued.